Hello, and welcome to the Speak To podcast. I'm Nuzgar, and here with me today, I have KayDenMate
Sup?
and Zondaa.
It's your boy.
Right, so what we're talking about today is we've got a few juicy topics. It's not going to be as much of a fuck fest as what it was last episode. Only 3 hosts today, so it's going to be very nice, very chilled out, and hopefully we can get our points across a bit better. So, I just want to say thanks as well to everyone who sent in fan art for this episode and the last. There's fucking some dank shit going on there. And, yeah, thanks for all the feedback, everyone. Especially Irish helping us out, Mr. Irish as well. But, yeah, it's nice. We obviously got some feedback from Clown as well. So, yeah, it's nice to get a bit of positive feedback. Anyone else want to add anything? Anything touched your heart? Warmed the cockles of your heart?
I mean, for what this originally was and what it's become, it's certainly become too real. But at the same time, it's an interesting sort of niche, I guess. And I really do appreciate, not just me, but I think everyone, I believe, in this whole Speak To podcast appreciates, all your support and like lovely comments that we received from the first episode.
Go wrong. Too wrong. But they actually also got right.
Yeah, I thought the support was amazing considering how much of a shitfest it was.
It was so fucking awful.
And we'd like to have a shout out to our first hater, God.
Oh. But one day we will fucking cage him and release him onto the masses. That's Speak To Podcast episode 5, the Wrath of God. Look out for it. But yeah, we got a few good topics today. So basically we're going to be talking about the first thing on the list is how fucking corrupt Twitch is. Bit of a controversial topic, and I think a lot of people have talked about it, but why not us throw our 2 pence into the hat, am I right?
Hell yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, anyone want to start us off?
Sure. So, recently, what we've noticed with Twitch anyway, is how biased the platform is, just due to how certainly some streamers seem to be getting a pass on doing certain things on the platform compared to others who are doing much less non-TOS breaking things, but still, suffering the consequences of the cheeky banhammer. You've got Twitch streamers like Alinity, who's recently been outed for selling used underwear.
No, that was hilarious. Have you seen the memeology video, like where she was exposed for it?
Yeah.
It was so funny.
That's some fucking dank shit right there. Literally, I mean, the title says it all. Alinity is turning Twitch into Chatterbait by selling her undies. And he's not fucking wrong.
He's not wrong at all.
He's not wrong. Yeah.
Like, holy fuck.
And did you see, like, Keemstar's tweet? Like, of the matter? It's like, oh, can we copyright the New York Times? Because, like, the New York Times reported on it.
Do they really? Oh, shit.
No way.
Fucking ban them from Twitch. Can't send
hate. Imagine like the person like buying them was probably like some 12-year-olds that stole like their dad's credit cards.
Okay, I don't want to think about it.
It's either one end or the other. So it's either some little kid or some really old.
How motherfucking much was she selling it? Because Clara Baby Legs was like selling her fucking pussy pics for like $100, wasn't she?
When they on Patreon? She had like a Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeez. Probably.
So
like...
I wonder what fucking Alinity's doing. They must be like, $200.
She must be making some good money considering she hasn't been banned off Twitch yet.
Do you reckon she just like farts all day in those knickers? Just farting and tooting and like wears them for like a week just to get them nice and stanky so somebody's getting their money's worth.
And the fact that someone would still buy them,
it's just like disgusting.
It's just disgusting.
She probably like pisses herself and fucking washes it up, but like mops it up with her fucking hands, like.
Oh my god!
maybe a bit too far there, but
there are perverts in the Twitch community.
It's probably true. Let's be fucking honest. But yeah, it's pretty fucked up. Like obviously the thing with Colossal was pretty crazy. How all he was doing was reading a fanfic.
Terrible fanfic.
I mean, yeah, it was some horrible shit. But at the end of the day, it is just words, so I don't really see. And he wasn't saying, I, myself personally, am whipping my cock out to fucking slap it on Scary's vagina. Oh,
He wasn't really breaking any of the Twitch guidelines.
I
There
like.
was no
I mean,
video content.
no,
it was
no.
just his
it
audio.
was. Yeah, it was basically he was banned for like sexually suggestive content, but it was like I don't know. It's kind of strange. Like they do the thing where if it's in a video game, they'll won't ban you because it's a part of like artistic merit. So as long as it's not an actual porn game, if they show like a cock or a pair of tits, it's fine. If you're streaming, but like, yeah, just the fact that you're reading something, you're not showing anything visual, and yet you got these fucking Twitch streamers, like quote unquote titty streamers, literally saying the most sexually suggestive stuff you could possibly say without actually saying it. And then they're also getting like fucking flashing their titties, fucking
Oh yeah. Nip
straight up
slips don't get banned.
full on nip slips. Oh, that's fine, just a smack on the ad.
And it's
a
like the
full-on
most
pussy
tightest
slip.
leggings. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I saw that. The video there's like a video on YouTube of legendary Leah. I think her
Yeah,
name
that's
is.
it.
And she accidentally like shows like her pussy.
Yeah.
And she doesn't even get banned for it.
No.
I think that's the worst thing.
No, I mean
No.
she did get banned in
Horrible.
the end, didn't she?
Yeah.
But I
Yeah,
love
after
I
the
love
public
the
outcry.
I love the clips though. Legendary Leah gets banned. Feels good, man.
Finally.
People were fucking mad. They were out for blood.
Mm.
Yeah.
But they definitely favourite people who make them money. If they're like a massive streamer that pulls in loads of bank, loads of subscribers who are also using Twitch Prime subscriptions a lot. It's a bit strange there, but yeah, you can tell they got favoritisms in there.
Definitely. A lot of these Twitch streamers have like admitted to having some sort of connect or plug in the Twitch community.
They say they got
Yeah.
connections. They're like, oh, if I fucking flash my tits or flash my nipples, they'll just and they get like a fucking sometimes they get permanently banned first of all because the automated system's like you can't be showing your tits on fucking Twitch.
Yeah.
But then some fucking neckbeard loser at Twitch is like, oh, but I love seeing them titties, girl. So he unbans her instantly. It's fucking ridiculous.
Do you think like most of the Twitch staff are incels?
Maybe.
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Just fucking sitting on their laptop, smoking a cigarette.
It's not looking good for Amazon as a fucking being partnered with somebody who is pretty much like a porn site. It's becoming slowly.
Yeah. Ecamgirls.
It's like Twitch is like 20% esports, fucking 40% people just getting fucking smashed on IRL, and then the other fucking like 50% of it, or however much I don't know. I fucked up the maths already, but however much I fucking said is left, it's just tits. Tits and
basically
vag.
like 90% of the IRL category in Twitch is just all these like booby streamers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Like that's the
100%.
top 10 or 20 you'd see in that category.
Yeah.
For,
I
like,
think
any
the
video
worst
game.
thing about the whole sort of booby streamers is that they just make other female streamers that generally want to stream. They give them that reputation.
Do you know they have the Twitch Awards? Do you know they have the Twitch Awards like every year at TwitchCon? Like they had like where they had like Dot Disrespect. That was the big one where he won it right before he cheated on his wife. But like, yeah, like that. Do they have like two streamers there being coming up on stage accepting awards? Because like that's fucking ridiculous.
Zoe
What do they
Berger was
do?
there, wasn't she?
Yeah, but was
in
she
the
there
day?
for Twitch or was she there just like because she's Zoe Berger?
That's a good point.
Yeah,
I'm not
not
sure.
sure. Same. Feels bad. But
Does she still within stream?
no, she went fucking mad, didn't she?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, I
she
heard
lost her
about that,
damn
but,
mind.
like-
Yeah.
Other than like 15 minutes of fame on YouTube, I've not heard anything about her.
I remember
since
she
then.
released her porn video, and I was like, "Oh well, that's finally been released. Better go have
she
that.
like released her nudes.
Better go give that a
too.
watch." Fucking watched her porn video. It was like the worst porn video ever.
They always
I was
tend to be.
I was
Yeah,
expecting
yeah.
her to get fucking railed. I was expecting, she was gonna get fucking smashed, being thrown all over the fucking room. But all I got to see was her like laying in a room, slowly stroking her body. And I was like, "The fuck is this shit? This is too weird to fucking jerk it to."
I feel like in the end, most of these booby streamers are just gonna end up in the porn industry.
They fucking
Yeah.
like Clara Baby Legs is a fucking flat out cam model now, isn't she?
She's a cam whore.
Yeah.
She fucking like dumped Basherverse.
Yeah.
And like when he stopped making money on YouTube, it's like, oh yeah, well he doesn't make money anymore, so I guess I'm just gonna become an
Yeah.
e-girl.
She's gone from fucking
Cam
YouTube
whore.
pranks to fucking blasting her pussy with a dildo.
I mean,
Feels
like
fucking
the
strange.
YouTube pranks were basically soft porn anyway, because it was just always her tits in the thumbnail and her in like really suggestive clothing.
Yeah, Bashverse was already clickbaiting her.
No, I know.
Yeah, basically. And like I'm pretty sure like she just didn't give a shit at all. She didn't give a fuck. You know,
Yeah.
more viewers equal more money.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter. The fact that like Bash's verse used to be mainly children, 'cause he used to make those shitty Minecraft Let's Plays. Like everyone was back in 2013.
Now, there's not just the titty streamers who are guilty of all controversy and get away with a lot of shit. I think their golden egg is the fucking big one as well. Ninja.
Oh,
Oh god. Oh, no.
my father.
That fucking guy. Oh yeah, fun fact everyone, Zondaa is actually Ninja's son.
The
Yeah.
more you know.
Probably
Yeah. They are doppelgangers.
disowned son.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's why I'm on here slagging
Yeah.
him off.
exactly.
Daddy never loved you.
Daddy banged mommy and then sent you to the UK. That
Yeah,
explains
and
the
then
accent.
exiled me to play Fortnite for the rest of my life.
Feels fucking bad.
I thought you played Creative Destruction.
Yeah, just to spite his
I
father.
spite him, so I played Keem's game instead. It's way better, by the way. Check it out.
Feels
I've
fucking.
not played it at all, but like I've played Fortnite and I don't like it. Yeah, we've rated your game. Like I've not played it, but it'll probably be better than Fortnite since I don't like Fortnite.
This motherfucker, didn't you, man? Like, he, ever since, I never really heard of him. I heard about him fucking crying in PUBG scene because he used to get stream sniped and trolled. And I always thought he was just like a meme. Everyone just laughed at him. Then all of a sudden, he dyed his hair fucking green or blue or fucking whatever color he did. He somehow got Drake on. Like, how the fuck did that happen?
Not
And
just
then
he's-
Drake, but Travis Scott.
Yeah, all the
Um,
fucking.
Didn't he have like a whole
Bigs.
squad of them?
He
Yeah.
did, yeah. A whole squad of just celeb rappers.
And he's just like, yeah, fucking Danks, fucking Meme 360, no scopes across the map, boy.
Do you know what the weirdest thing is? The
What?
fact that he's 27, he doesn't look at it at all. Like it just makes the hair dyeing even weirder to me.
Yeah.
Almost like a midlife crisis.
You know what the weirdest thing is? It's that he still dances to like fucking that Japanese song, and it's like the most cringiest thing I have ever seen in my entire
I
fucking
saw
life.
that clip. I wanted to just
Oh.
game in myself there and then.
He's like pon boom 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 boom. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
It's painful. That's what it is.
I thought it was.
Painful to
I
watch.
thought it was like an edited video, but no, it's real. It's fucking real. I was talking to like a friend of mine. He said apparently it's not just like a one-off thing. He does it like a lot. It's like his real. It's like a normal thing the stream looks forward to. They fucking love it.
Yeah, but it's like, isn't this like audience kids? It's primarily
Yeah,
kids.
no wonder they
Yeah.
fucking love it. They're like 8-year-olds all
Yeah.
dancing around some fucking Japanese chocolate man.
So I've watched some of his stuff, and he seems like an alright guy, but like,
I
I think the
don't
fact
know.
that he's
I don't know.
pandering towards
I don't think he
kids-
is an alright guy, to be honest. Like seeing there's so many clips of him being like a fucking asshole. I think his good guy fucking personality is just a persona. It's just a
It's
mask.
a front. Yeah, for
Yeah,
all the kids to just
you-
eat up.
Yeah, it's not being genuine. Whenever you see him streaming, he's the most disingenuous guy you've ever seen in my life. You know what I mean?
But like, yeah, I think in his defense though, he sort of has to be. He has to come across as this very friendly, sort of PG.
Yeah, I
persona.
know. I understand that, but like, don't have it slip through the cracks then, you fucking fool. Don't get triggered on stream, you fucking idiot.
I remember like one of the times he blamed like one of his trigger moments. I think when he tried to report someone else for stream sniping, he blamed it because he was drunk on stream. And I'm just like, if you're gonna do shit like that on stream, don't fucking stream while you're drunk.
Yeah, don't be
Especially if
intoxicated.
your audience are a bunch of kids, because that's setting a great example to all the kids watching. Oh yeah, let's just start drinking on stream.
And the fact that he like reports everyone who slights him in a game. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck is that? That's like so toxic, like such toxic behavior. And you know that if he's doing stuff like that, the impressionable 8-year-olds are going into games,
Yeah.
fucking flaming themselves, and then whenever something goes wrong, they're instantly reporting whoever they're playing against.
Yeah,
Like-
just false reporting everyone.
I think the worst thing though is the fact that like he sort of tried to justify this false reporting as a joke, but then because he's got a relationship with Epic and he's like, he's the model streamer on Twitch that's making him loads of money. Like, if he reports something, Twitch or Epic are obviously going to take this seriously, and even Twitch.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say in his defense that he in the summer defense of him, like he said, he did say a lot of it was false.
They're going to obviously take his report much more seriously than, say, some random nobody.
That thing he did say, though, like you say, he did say like people make false claims, like the big Reddit posts I'm sure a lot of people have seen by now, and obviously everything like that. Keemstar covered it in an interview on Drama Alert where he said he proved that I was wrong, and I think they said both instances were wrong, but it's the thing where no wonder people wanted to see you fall and wanted to see that, because it's like the boy who cried wolf. You do it non-ironically all the time. So no wonder people believe it's fucking real when you're literally doing it all the time.
Just with all this reporting, and then obviously from the other end of the people that are indeed being reported, like actually getting banned, maybe temporarily, until they make a video that gets enough like sort of support or produces enough backlash for Epic to actually react and then have a look at the case manually. It's pathetic, It's like, it shows how poor their processing system is in regards to reporting, and just the obvious favoritism that there is with their beloved streamer Ninja.
Yeah, they literally just suck in Ryder's dick because they know he's bringing in the money, and Twitch knows it as well. That's why he can fucking call out people and shit like that, and say it's just banter. But yeah, he's doing it just for
I mean, like, why? When has ever false reporting been funny anyway? Like,
no, I
stream
know.
sniping, I can sort of see.
He doesn't
maybe...
do it as a joke. He tries to say he does it for a joke, but he does it. He's fucking in real intentions.
He's genuinely hurt when he gets killed in Fortnite.
Yeah,
like with stream sniping, I can sort of see it might be funny. Like if the streamer gets really pissed off, like if the streamer has a reputation of getting sort of raging at games, I can sort of see why it's funny. But like false reporting just isn't funny at all.
I can understand if it was like one or two instances where he fucking lost his cool, like the classic. Do you remember that guy? What was his name? Summit1G, where he fucking haymakered his own camera on stream.
Oh
died.
Yeah, I remember that video.
That was pretty fucking epic. But
so entertaining.
I think something like that. That's fine. But like that's you just fucking yourself over. That's not you fucking going out of your way to fucking ruin whoever killed you. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you can slag off the people who killed you. I think that's fine. But literally going after them, or fucking typing in the chat, or fucking, especially when you got a fucking army of idiots. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're very impressionable. Like mob mentality. These are like the types of people that would, form a mob and go after someone if Ninja told them to do it.
100%.
Exactly.
Ninja fans, if you're coming after us, I'm fucking ready. I will fucking destroy every one of you. I am the samurai, the lone samurai, defending the Speak 2 podcast.
Just a one white knight.
Yeah, boy.
Do you think that he needs a break? Because a lot of people are saying that this guy like really needs a break. Do you think maybe if he takes a break streaming, because he streams like every day, I think for what, 8 to 12 hours?
Yeah.
Do you think that maybe a break from streaming would perhaps help him calm
but
down?
I think it's just his personality in general. He's got a massive ego, and he had one before he was big. When he was playing with like Dr. Disrespect and things like that. And now that he's massive, like gigantically big, it's just so fucking like bloated. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the point where he's about to fucking burst. Like the whole think how fucking I can't really blame the guy. Can you imagine getting Drake? Fucking the real Drake and all these different rappers in a game of Fortnite with you on your live stream. Think how fucking insane that is.
And bringing in that many views all onto your Twitch platform.
Like, if you go onto his YouTube channel, he's got so many videos of like him and Drake and then all these other rappers playing games of Fortnite together, and they've got millions of views. Like his channel has I think 19 million views, and I think most of his videos get something like 8 million views per video, maybe.
Yeah, but it's no fucking wonder though. I mean, did you see that sort of like the thing with Lethal when Lethal was in an interview and he was talking about Ninja. He said that like even back then he was like a cocky guy and he, like had a big ego. And this is back in the Halo 5 sorry, Halo 4 was it or Halo 5? But yeah, he basically was just talking about like Ninja was basically completely adamantly defending the game, was talking all about it, saying it's the best game ever, fucking wouldn't budge at all. And then H1Z1 becomes popular and he just jumps onto that instead. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Just joins the
it's
bandwagon.
fucking ridiculous.
It's kind of like how we got bigger Fortnite.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
now suddenly he loves Fortnite.
Well, didn't he streamed PUBG a long time as well when that was popular?
Yeah, he did.
And he
He
started
did,
jumping
yeah.
into like Doctor Disrespectful, Doctor Disrespect streams because he wanted to basically rise like that. Does he
Yeah.
even play with Doctor Disrespect anymore? I think he does. He even play Fortnite himself?
I don't think so. I think Doctor Disrespect is like doing his
Own
like,
thing.
own thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he still playing PUBG?
The last time I saw when he returned, when he got
Yeah.
fucking came back from his
From his incident.
bender. Yeah, the incident that we won't mention. To be fair
Yeah.
though, I would fucking cheat on my wife for her as well. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that when sort of because I think Fortnite sort of at its stage where it's losing appeal to a lot of people, obviously because Black Friday season and Christmas are coming up, and you've got games
Yeah.
like Red Dead Redemption 2 and Black Ops 4 out. Do you think then that's gonna have a drastic
Fortnite's
impact
gonna
on
die. Everything
Ninja's
fucking dies.
Ninja's
Literally
viewers?
everything dies.
It's a viral game, it's got an expiration date and it's not a very long expiration date.
Think of PUBG. PUBG
Yeah.
was literally humongous, and now it's Fortnite, and it's not gonna be Fortnite.
I think Fortnite's sort of still going though, just because it's still a kids game, and obviously a lot of kids can't sort of get these 18 rated games out, or like the ones are allowed tend to wait till Christmas. So I think Fortnite probably has a good month
I think
left.
Fortnite. The reason
before...
why Fortnite blew up so much is because it was a decent like game, and it was free, so kids who just got a PlayStation 4 and Xbox but couldn't afford any games could play a free game with their mates.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it seems very rare nowadays to find a good game that's sort of catered towards children. Children tend to sort of have to go towards sort of 18 rated games if they sort of want that whole viral aspect, that whole online multiplayer experience. But I thought what Epic done was quite good. They made a game that attracted sort of kids and like teenagers and maybe even young adults to play this game. Like
The reason why Roblox was so popular because there wasn't any real free to play games for kids to play on their PCs or anything like that, especially multiplayer. I mean, even Minecraft you have to pay for.
Yeah. And then sort of Minecraft died out, obviously.
Yeah.
5 years back. And then sort of since then, Roblox sort of came up. And now we sort of had Fortnite, which was great. I thought I personally don't like the game. I've played it before and
Fortnite.
it's not really something I don't like Fortnite.
Yeah, I don't like.
But like I do think that Epic were able to do something good and make a game that was both sort of an online game that was fun but catered to kids, and
it appealed to everyone. I mean, not just kids, but like even teens, adults, like
21 to fucking 51, and there's a lot of people in their 30s to 40s who are fucking playing Fortnite as well with their kids. That their kids playing it, and they got into it as well, and they're all squadding up, and it is. It is a game kit for children. The graphics are for kids, everything like else. But the core mechanics and the gameplay itself is quite fun. But I couldn't personally get into it. But I can see I don't blame adults or anyone like that getting into Fortnite.
But there was I remember seeing all those news stories about how Fortnite is addictive. It's super addictive, or kids are stealing their parents' credit cards to buy V-Bucks and all that. It's just like the media, like the game's good, and then sort of the media has to ruin it somehow with all these negative news stories, and like
It's the only way they can gain traction nowadays.
Yeah, it's the only way they can gain attraction.
Mm.
I sort of see their point. Like the media, they're like, oh, I think it's just because parents, don't monitor their kids.
Yeah, I think it's because people don't pay attention to things in
Yeah.
general, and no one even looking at stuff. Like
Yeah.
no one's like say no one's monitoring their kids. No one's monitoring what like laws are being passed by the government like properly. And I think that's why we're in this fucking state on YouTube now. Well, not just YouTube, fucking the Europe, EU. We're in a massive pickle. In a massive pickle at the moment with Article 13. Like, holy shit. And again, I personally think it's annoying because people who are in power at the moment, their generation, know nothing about the internet in a world where the internet is fucking everything at the moment. They have no idea about social media. They have no idea about the internet, and yet they have to pass laws that will determine the future of social media and the internet.
Exactly.
And that's why Article 13 is the most fucking scuffed law that has come out in fucking years. That shit is corrupt and fucked. They have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. They have no idea what they're doing. It's ridiculous. I mean, it's I was watching a YouTuber a YouTube video by the channel's called A Closer Look. I'll put the link in the description. It's if anyone's interested and want to know more about Article 13 and what it is and what that means for us on YouTube, it's a very good watch, and I think you should give that a watch. Feel free to pause the podcast and watch that first, but make sure you come back to this and also smash the like button, smash the subscribe button only once, you don't unsubscribe, and smash that bell button. But yeah, but yeah, obviously the whole thing that he was basically getting onto is that Article 13, the intention behind it is good, but the execution of it, you can tell it's made by people who have no idea the ramifications of what they're actually about to do and what it means for like just sort of like our generation's like memes are culture now. Memes are like a new form of culture that hasn't really been seen before. There's you got countries' culture like the Welsh culture, fucking we love rugby and blah blah blah, English culture, tea and scones, and then you got fucking internet culture, and they want to basically censor that and take it away from people, and you see what happens when people get fucking taken away from stuff from their country or anything like that. The classic, you can't force me to wear a burqa in your country, blah 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 blah. Do you know what I mean? And it's the same. It's the same thing where if people are gonna have their internet culture taken away, a lot of shit's gonna go down. I think.
Yeah, because the internet culture is like it's an international culture. It's not just based on one region.
Worldwide.
Well, there's so many different subcultures too, because the internet culture is so massive, and I think memes do play a huge part in this growing culture that we've sort of created as users of the internet.
Yeah, it's a means of communication and like understanding, and there's so many different sort of ways to convey your points, or if you just want to have a laugh, through a means of like a picture or some text, and that's at risk at being illegal or censored.
Yeah, the thing is, Article 13 isn't just gonna stop memes. It's gonna stop a lot of shit, and that's why I said like in the video that he mentioned, he played a 2-second clip of do you know the classic Jack Nicholson? You can't handle the truth.
Yeah.
He played it for less than 7 seconds, which is in fair use. He was using it in an educational content sort of like way. It was a 2-second clip, and if Article 13 passes, his video and potentially his channel would be banned for that 2-second clip, even though he's using it for educational purposes, and that's insane. And it's because the whole reason they've started Article 13 is because they looked at YouTube and things like that, and they saw that channels like Vivo and things, they are giving money to the artists, but they're not actually getting as much as they would as if people were listening to it on Spotify. If they listen to it on Spotify, the artists get 10 times the amount you would get on YouTube, and music companies were quite annoyed about that fact. So, because so many people watch a lot of their music for free on YouTube, even though you have to watch an ad. They wanted to change that so that people can't watch music in the EU, and also they wanted to just have a bit of fair use for the film industry, so people can't upload full films. Now, those 2 points, the music one, I kind of not agree with. I wish they'd find a way so we can listen to free music and in a bit of a
So having
better
to
way.
pay
Yeah.
premium.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like things are being looked at in a very old way, in an old
Yeah,
perspective,
100%,
where
100%.
it's protecting an artist and having them get their fair share of like their revenue of the content they create. I feel like that's a very old means of how artists used to grow and become bigger.
Yeah,
Compared to today with the internet and the connectivity that we have, an artist can grow much bigger. They've got a much larger reach and can reach the audience they want to, and the audience can reach them back, through means like streaming on Spotify or Apple Music, Tidal,
Yeah.
on all these platforms. They do to an extent fairly treat the creators that put content up there, and it's quite bizarre actually how you had people like James Blunt. He was
Yeah, yeah.
endorsing Article 13.
well, no, the music artists wanted to happen because they're going to get more
Yeah.
Yeah,
money.
because they're gonna get money. It's,
Yeah.
it's sort of like a money grab.
Exactly.
So never mind the thousands of channels are going to get fucking banned and the content creators can't upload anymore because that's all okay, everyone. Because fucking Ed Sheeran's going to get fucking 5 times as amount per view on Spotify. So he'll get a little bit more money. Fucking raise thumbs slowly and smiles while a tear drops down my face.
If the audience truly really wanted to continue listening to that artist, then with the platforms that they had access to, maybe like Spotify or whatever, they would then move to there, just continue listening to their music.
I feel like if people can't listen to music for free on YouTube, they're gonna fucking pirate it over using Spotify.
Yeah, I can definitely see pirating becoming.
I
quite a
can kind of see the pirating game is gonna be fucking, if this goes through, it's gonna go up. VPNs as well, like fucking hell. Everybody's gonna
Oh
be having
yeah,
a VPN.
everyone's gonna be
Yeah.
on VPNs now.
Like, it's ridiculous. If you are in the EU, you can't watch, for example, a Drama Alert because he uses clips and he uses pictures and things like that. You can't watch most creators' content anymore.
And then like creators within the EU will potentially have all their content removed. Most
Not just removed, they
YouTubers-
probably have to close their
Yeah.
channels down. Because it's not even the new content from after the law going in place. It will be the content from before as well. So they'll either have to take down every single video on their channel that has any mention of copyrighted stuff, even if it's in fair use. And it's fucked. It's so fucked. The closer look was even saying vloggers may need to fucking close their channels down unless they're sitting in
Yeah.
a room that is no brands, is a white plain room, and they are like the most basic, like they made hand stitch the clothes themselves.
So basically, like
a mental asylum.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
and the reason what Article 13, what it actually wants to do. So we've been talking about the fucking negative, and we are a bit biased, I think, as consumers on the internet. Yeah, exactly. But so we're obviously gonna be a bit biased.
But you have to admit, at the same time, the people that are sort of that created this article, I'd say are also biased because they have no idea. They're so out of touch on what goes on the internet.
Yeah. I don't want to insult them because, they are the ones that are going to be voting for this. So, all to you guys, I love you guys personally. I'd love you 100 times more, though. I think you would be gods in everyone's eyes if you vote against this going through, personally. But, yeah, speech out, brothers. But, yeah, you look
Yeah.
at the list, and no disrespect to them. They are all either middle-aged or old, or like between, the ages of like 30 to fucking 60. So
Yeah, I mean, what do they use the internet for?
exactly,
Just basic messaging, bits
Yeah.
of calling.
they're still in the mass media generation where they consume their media through television, not the internet. Know what I mean?
Just old heads.
Where
They're
they
not
listen to
used to
stuff
that.
on the radio, so
Yeah.
they don't listen to music on fucking YouTube. So they use the radio to listen to music. So fuck it, yeah, get them more money. sounds good to them. But essentially, what Article 13 is that instead of what the system is at the moment is a YouTuber will upload something to YouTube, and if he puts in, let's say he does break fair use, he puts in, a 10-minute clip of the In-Betweeners, and he uploads it to YouTube. Now, at the moment, then, the people who own the In-Betweeners Channel 4, I'm pretty sure they're the ones that license it. If they see that this random YouTuber has uploaded a 10-minute clip of the In-Betweeners, they have the right to then copy strike him. So what will happen is they'll put in a copy strike complaint to YouTube, and YouTube will either strike the channel, give it a strike, and force him to take the video down. And if he does it too many times, the actual company Channel 4 can then take him to court if they feel so. They feel he's breaking fair use. Now, what the legislation wants to put in is that YouTuber will upload to YouTube his YouTube video with a 10-minute clip of the In-Betweeners. And what happens then is instead of Channel 4 taking the YouTuber to court over this, they would take YouTube to court over this. Now, on the surface, it doesn't sound so bad because it, that's kind of like not bad. People, the uploaders, creators getting a bit more protection. Wrong. They're not getting protection because what would happen is YouTube wouldn't go to court over this. They wouldn't take the risk on this.
Just
what they would do is they delete the content. They'll delete everything, all this shit. They'll delete all these channels, everything, and even things that could be a risk, that could be a lawsuit. They're gonna delete, or they're not going to allow it to be viewed in the EU.
Yeah, either region blocked or delete. Yeah.
Yeah, it's insane. It's the and I don't think the governors who are voting for this understand the ramifications of what they're doing. Because, like I said, making YouTube the person who takes responsibility in mass media, television, that makes sense. Of course, you'd have the studio rather than the director or the creators. If they do anything is breaching, you can't really breach fair use on things like that because that's kind of like original stuff. But say if somebody says the N-word, for example, on mass media television in a very distasteful way, instead of that person who said it or the director of the show who directed it, instead of them getting the lawsuit, it'll go to the say the BBC and they'll get the lawsuit. Same, it's kind of thing what happened with Jonathan Ross. He didn't actually get sued for that thing with when he was on the BBC, but the BBC took a lot of shit for allowing it to be aired. And the thing is, now it's fine on mass media television because these are like scripted shows with time slots. YouTube gets 400 hours of content every minute uploaded to it. Millions and millions of videos uploaded every single day. How the fuck is YouTube meant to fucking
manage it all?
Discern what's fair use, what's copyright, what is? They would need the algorithm, the whole thing they have, like that they use to scan videos for copyright, because they do have a system for that. It would never be able to pick it up. So they wouldn't take the risk. They would just delete channels and delete videos.
It's just easier.
Yeah. So and I don't think, and it's like that YouTube with a closer look said, I don't think they understand what they're actually doing, the ramifications of what they're putting through. And it's, again, like I said, not to insult them, but they just don't understand.
I think like what they're trying to do is the whole idea of it is they're trying to update sort of the existing copyright laws in terms of sort of the age of the internet. But as you said, perhaps their lack of experience on the internet is sort of what's driving them to make this decision in the first place. And the whole thing of the article is to what I think is to hold these tech giant sort of companies like YouTube, Facebook responsible for the actions if copyrighted content is sort of shared on their platforms, and they hold them responsible sort of rather than the individual.
I mean, I can understand that. Like with you, I mean, because you do have YouTube channels who just like live stream or record episodes of TV shows and throw them up.
I mean,
Like,
yeah,
throw-
you could, like
throw
I
those
said,
in
you
the
could
bin.
literally watch an entire fucking movie on like,
Yeah.
for free, and it's like, yeah, I understand that is fucking ridiculous. So yeah, like you said, throw them in the bin. That's fair enough. Like, it's the closer look said a really good thing. It's as if they brought a law that said everyone who carries a knife, like that's not in their own home, carries a knife with them out in town, lock them in prison. Well, yeah, that's good. You get criminals, you get gangsters and things like that. They'll be locked in prison. Then you'd have fucking butchers in there, carpenters in there, be just like normal fucking everyday people who need to carry a knife for work or something like that. They're now going to prison and being fucking tarred with the same brush as the no gooders. And it's the same with YouTube. It's like there's people using the platform for educational purposes, completely in fair use, but they're being tarred with the same brush as fucking people who either illegally upload full films, full songs, full music,
And some of
things
them
like
get
that.
away with it too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so like, I'm not gonna say it's not corrupt, but it's ridiculous. It's the same thing with this whole
Yes, net neutrality.
yeah, that's it. It's the same sort of thing. I couldn't believe that passed, and
Nor could I.
I hope the fuck there's a way this, with so many people talking about it. I mean, obviously we're not the biggest people, we're not huge, but if we can even get 2% of a message out there, then Godspeed. You know what I mean? Please, please, everybody, don't let it happen. Now,
Save
if
your
somebody
internet,
here,
guys.
somebody here is a son or daughter of one of the people voting on this, how about you beg mommy and daddy for Christmas, please don't destroy the internet? Would be
Yeah,
very
ask them
good.
that as your Christmas present. That would be very
That'd be
helpful.
that'd be very epic. Yeah, I think we went through a good few shit through this episode. I think we covered a lot of stuff. Anything we want to add to this, guys?
It's just something that's it's just an incentive that's just going to police the internet, and I don't think the internet should really be policed. Something that the internet is somewhere where we can express ourselves. If you know what I mean? And we've created, as much as people like to say, a lot of internet culture is cancerous. It's something that online users have created, and even if that was all taken away, we'd all miss that. Sort of the internet, sort of a place of an escape, and if this directive is gonna take away sort of a form of, I guess you could say, free speech, then that's not okay in my book.
Yeah.
If it doesn't work, I'd suggest investing in a VPN. Like get one of the ones you sort of have to pay for. Don't get one of those free ones from the App Store, 'cause they sell your data anyway.
Yeah. I'm plugging this guy right a lot right now, so hit me up close to look for an interview on the podcast. But if you go on his channel, he posts like a list of like who's gonna be on who's voting for it, and they're all on Twitter. So yeah, tweet to them. Don't tweet to your representatives and let them know, please save the internet. So yeah, we've covered a lot this episode. All I'm gonna say now, guys, is look forward to next episode. We're having a very special guest come on. Heck yeah. I'll
Looking forward to that
I
one.
hope the screen right now has got a picture of his channel. We'll link it as well. No, you know what? Heck yeah. Sorry, boy. We'll link it in next episode for you. But yeah, he's great. He's really interesting guy. He's really chill, nice guy. It's gonna be a great episode next episode. Look forward to it. It's gonna cover a lot of dark shit that's happened to him. He's got a lot of intrigue
Especially what's
surrounding
going
him.
on YouTube.
8 channels, hackers, leaked money, bots, a lot. He's a very, very big story, so look out for that, guys. Other than that, though, yeah, it's been great. So I've been Nuzgar, Loud Muppet. With me, we've had KayDenMate.
Glad to be back on this episode.
And your boy, Zondaa.
Take care, Father.
See ya.
See you guys.